Turkey, unable to cross. Turkey is providing aid to them, but the gate remains closed. Ankara says there's no more capacity to absorb refugees, but that if they have no other option, they could be allowed in. They're escaping the nightmare of Aleppo. Assad forces, backed by Russian airstrikes, are pounding opposition-held areas, cutting off supply lines and closing in fast. 350,000 civilians could soon be trapped, and the rebels could be dealt a fatal blow. The heavily injured have been allowed into Turkey, cared for at the local hospital. They talk of disaster. I was sitting down when a mortar landed and I got shrapnel in my eye, says this opposition fighter. I'm in such pain, I can barely even speak. You want to show everyone how disabled we are, he says. Russia is hitting us and the entire world is just watching.
Turkey is caught between the humanitarian crisis in Syria and the refugee crisis in Europe, sheltering those in need while being told to stem the migration flow to the EU. But Turkey could also be using this exodus from Aleppo as a bargaining chip to demand more help from Europe for the refugees and real action to halt the Russian airstrikes.
It could mean testy talks with Germany's Chancellor visiting Turkey today. The EU says it's given Turkey €3 billion precisely to help refugees like those from Aleppo. But Ankara says it must spend the money improving conditions for the 2.5 million Syrians already here, and its resources aren't limitless. And so those waiting at the border are caught up in a bigger, more complicated debate. Until Europe coordinates its refugee policy, until a solution for Syria is found, their fate will be unknown, and thousands more will follow. Mark Lowen, BBC News.